Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new SBC Flashback Witsel card to review today. He actually has the face mask on his card from this Flashback card. Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at a card that is 6'1" with medium-high work rates, right-footed with 4-star skill moves and a 4-star weak foot. So obviously, this card is going to be brilliant in game. The reason why this card is going to be brilliant in game is because he was one of the baby meta cards. If you guys have ever used these cards in the beginning of the year, his rare gold card was an absolute monster. Even though it had really poor agility and balance, he was still transitioning left and right really nicely, and defensively it was just very hard to pass him, right? So I feel like with this card, you're going to be looking at significant improvements in regards to how he's going to be moving across the pitch, right? So in regards to the traits that he has solid player, leadership, nothing too relevant there. But obviously, what we're going to be looking at with this card is going to be that pure defensive presence with him. So even trying him out on the stay back while attacking, even trying him out without the stay back while attacking isn't really relevant, because I really truly believe that's probably not the best instruction to give a card like this. Now, you could give a card like this those instructions if you're going to be using a medium-high work rate player like Witsel on balance instructions, but that the other player has to be a defensive-oriented high work rate player that is also on balance instructions. So like, let's just say, for instance, you put a Vidal next to this card, right, in the CDM position. You'll be looking at a very good balance on balance instructions, right? So it works, but it just depends on the types of cards you're using it with, right? So with this card, guys, it's very obvious the type of chemistry style you got to give him, right? Because of the 76 acceleration and the 87 sprint speed. It's basically yelling at you to give him a shadow chemistry style, because then you will be giving him 91 acceleration with 97 sprint speed. So that, with drastically improved dribbling stats, you're going to make this card a defensive monster. It's going to be super difficult to get past him, right? Shooting presence is obviously there with the card as well, which is obviously a welcome improvement because of the fact that he also has the 4-star weak foot on the card. Passing stats are there. You don't necessarily need to improve it. Dribbling stats, obviously the only thing that's off is the balance part of the card, but you are drastically increasing reactions, ball control, dribbling, and composure to make him a strong defensive presence, as well as a person that can drill past opponents and maybe open up some space for you in the CDM position. Because as you guys know, if you're playing in a 4-2-3-1 formation, 4-4-2 formation, I don't know if you guys realize this, but most of the attacking plays that start is at your CDMs for those specific passes, right? So the fact that he has good passing stats, good dribbling stats for a CDM is very important. Now, you could play him as a center mid. You definitely could. I'm not saying you couldn't. Engine chemistry style is needed if you want to play him in the center mid position, but I don't really know anybody that would use a card like this in the center mid position, right? So defensive stats are drastically improved with the shadow chemistry style as well, because he already has a physical presence as well. If you give this card an anchor chemistry style, it is an absolute waste, because 81 acceleration in comparison to 15 acceleration, a plus 15 to a 91, it's a significant difference, right? So yeah, the way that we're going to be playing is, my boy actually has the Cruz card in this too, and Thomas Muller, so we'll be doing 2 reviews at the same time. We will be checking out Witzel's card as well as Muller, so we are going to be using him seriously. I don't want to mess with my boy's tactics over here, so what we're going to go ahead and do is copy his team, and we're going to be using our basic 4-2-3-1 instructions, the ones that we normally use, right? And we're going to be using Witsel as a left center defensive mid. Actually, no, right center defensive mid, because he has Goretzka and Kimmich. He must play narrow. Yeah, I remember now. Jordy's the one that plays the narrow formations. Yeah, 4-4-2, probably not it, right? Goretzka and Kimmich, yeah. Defensive-oriented ones there. So I wouldn't necessarily call his team rotational. 4-2-3-1 with what? Goretzka on the side, Thomas Muller on the sides, yeah. Nah, I wouldn't call that rotational. But we are going to rotate some players right here. So Yuri will go ahead and put in the left back position. Thomas Muller will be playing as the cam as the review goes on, if we can put him there. Okay, cool. We'll use Cruz on the sides with Goretzka up top. We'll just do that, because the main thing we want to see here is defensive presence with Witsel with Kimmich. So yeah, the instructions will just be stay back while attacking cover center for both of the CDMs, and then the rest doesn't really matter. So let's get into a game, see how he plays. Hopefully he is a beast. Oh, this is actually a really good team to try him out against, in all fairness. Alright, so we'll go ahead and switch to our 4-2-3-1 tactics right away. And we'll see how he plays in the CDM position. So you can see that his transition, just with the L trigger, R trigger rotation, like look at how fast he is. This is me just using the left stick and LTRT, and he is way faster than he was on his regular card. This is actually one of the cards, ladies and gentlemen, that from the transitioning of the card, he actually felt significantly better than what his agility and balance was saying. So going to be a huge thing with this card. See that instant turn to get into position to defend? Going to be massive with this card for sure. Or he makes a tackle there without me actually doing it myself as well. I'm switching off him. You can see that he's already positioning himself perfectly in the CDM position. And he scores the opportunity. But like I could show you guys, man, that movement that this card has is going to be really nice. Let's see what his dribbling on the ball is like, because I'm kind of like curious about that in all fairness. I want to see if he actually moves really, really nicely. He's really defensive oriented. You can kind of see that the way that he positions himself just when I have the ball is that he doesn't really want to push up at all. So you're definitely going to be looking at a really, really defensive oriented CDM with this card. So these tactics that we're using right now, guys, is just balance, 5 and 5. So nothing too crazy. We're not really changing too much. Balance 5 and 5 is like okay to use if you want to like just test stuff out, but you may want to put like pressure on heavy touch just to see if there's a little bit more stuff going on over there, you know. But nice little goal there with Hazard. But yeah, we're definitely going to keep experimenting with this type of stuff. Look at the way that he's marking the guy up top the entire time. He keeps marking him. He doesn't let go of him. Look, I didn't even do anything there. You see what I'm saying? When they improve baby meta cards, guys, you're looking at really, really good cards, man. I didn't even do the slide tackle there. That's just purely from his own defensive presence. Defensive presence, physical presence, really good slide tackle animation. Like, it's a brilliant card, man. Like, I was trying to tell people that, like, with his foot miss card, when that card first initially came out, I was telling people, like, yo, you guys might want to get this card because you're not going to get a card for a while. And even that foot miss card was sick, even though the stats were not significantly improved. It was still the better version of that card. And with this flashback, you're obviously looking at someone really sick. So, guys, we're going to be checking out his price after, but I can tell you right now, he's already a beast. Nah, this card is crazy. I'm telling you guys this right now. This is 100% one of the best CDMs I've ever used. Look at the way he is positioning himself in the middle area of the pitch while also marking the oncoming attacker constantly. He doesn't stop doing it. Look at this. He's always marking him, dude. There's not that many CDMs that constantly do this the entire time, and he's definitely doing it constantly. Look, he's still blocking the dude up top. He's not giving him the space. He actually tracks back into your own 18-yard box to defend properly, which is great. And this is with the balance instruction, so we obviously need to test it out with the pressure on heavy touch to see if he does the same thing. Because this guy already has the potential to be one of the best CDMs in the game, 100%. I'm actually going to switch to it right now. Let's see what's up with this card. So we're going to go ahead and just switch to pressure on heavy touch right away. And now I want to see how he defends in those situations. I'm very, very curious. Oh, pressure on heavy touch for this card is freaking crazy too, man. Pressure on heavy touch for this card is going to be nuts because of that presence that he has where he's always marking the player constantly. But he's doing it in a way where it's not a nuisance, right? Like, it's really nice. Okay, so this is him up. I want to push him up a little bit here. Now we'll switch off of him. Let's see what happens here. He's looking at which position he needs to go back into because he can see that someone started going into the CDM position. So he's like, okay, I'll stay on the right side for now. And then he saw that his position was no longer occupied, instantly went back into position, right? So pressure on heavy touch, me not using second man press. Look at the way that he positions himself constantly. They do not behave this way on just man marking, okay? They have to behave this way on their own, and it's just brilliant. So I can tell you guys this right off the bat, man. He's 100% one of the best CDMs I've used in this game. No question about it. Oh, dude, I love the way he's playing on pressure on heavy touch. He's actually the most noticeable defensive presence you'll see in the pitch. Like, Kimmich is there for sure, but look, Kimmich doesn't really do what Witsel does. Oh, he actually did in that situation right there. Nice. I don't know, man. This Witsel card's crazy, dude. That balance you're going to have between him and someone like Kimmich or him and someone like Goretzka is going to be sick in the midfield. Alright, guys, so for the second half, let's just try a little bit more seriously. We are using some different players here and there, but we'll make this work. Okay, so the one thing you notice with this with the CDM is you can see the bounce part. So the way that he's dribbling, that little push and pull that he keeps doing, 100% noticeable. But does he compensate well for it in the defensive areas? Yes, 100%. See a little bit of the bounce part right there, but it's not big enough for me to hate this card. Okay, I'm gonna overcommit him here on the challenge. Gonna chase after. Look at him go back into the middle instantly. You see what I'm talking about, dudes? He keeps doing it, bro. That's exactly what I want, like, all my CDMs to do. Look at him inside the 18-yard box. You guys see that? Instantly, bro. And then if I have to... The cool thing about that, right, is that if he wants to make the pass to the edge of the 18-yard box, what I can just do in that situation is just switch to Witsel and then push out instantly. You know what I mean? He just feels like a hybrid of everything you need him to be, you know? I want to kind of overcommit some players right here. He's always there, man. He's always there. Yo, I'm telling you guys this right now. If you use this card next to someone like Laurent Blanc, holy crap, you're going to be looking at two solid CDMs to have in the team. Especially since this card has the 4-star capabilities. Like, that's just brilliant to have. Like, the only thing that's super noticeable in the card that's bad is the balance part. But the balance is so insignificant because of how strong he is defensively and how you yourself can compensate for that dribbling not being that good, you know? He still positions himself nicely, even on the stay back while attacking in the midfield area, because he does have 85 attacking positioning, which is a really, really good balance of pushing up a little bit, but not far enough where if I'm using him on stay back while attacking, he's just like bulleting forward, right? So I like that a lot, man. Alright guys, so final verdict on the Flashback Witsel card. Guys, for 142k, an absolute steal for the quality that he offers in game. I thought this card was going to be like 300k or something, or 350 or something like that, but for 142k, 129k on Xbox, my dudes, it is absolutely dirt cheap to get a player like this that plays in the CDM position the way that he plays, okay? There's so many sick links that you can work with in the Bundesliga. There's so many sick links you can work with in regards to the Belgian nationality. Like, you're just looking at a very, very good card. Now, in this play review over here, ladies and gentlemen, we did have Witsel on the Shadow Chemistry style, so we were able to fully utilize and show his defensive presence in game, which was super, super noticeable. The way that he moves off the ball in the CDM position to block attacking areas for the opposition's team is really, really nice. I love CDMs that occupy the middle space the way that Witsel does. He's super, super smart. He even pushes up a little bit in the attack the way I want him to, like the way he's playing off of my fullback if I need that extra support or whatever. This card is really, really good, guys, and I really feel like you guys would 100% regret not getting this card, especially at that price range. That price range is so cheap for the quality that this guy offers in game, and I do thoroughly got to say that he's a very, very good card, especially with a Shadow Chemistry style. You give him a Shadow, he's an absolute monster in the CDM position, boys. I'm telling you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm going to work on the second gameplay objective card for you guys right now, right? Peace out, dudes. Love you guys. Have a good one. Peace.